Hello everyone. Today we are going to deal with a very common topic, neurofibromatosis. Neurofibromatosis is a hereditary hematomatous disorder that mainly affects the central and peripheral nervous system, including skeletal, skin, and deeper soft tissue. It is one of the commonest single gene disorder affecting the skeletal system. It is also the most common single gene disorder affecting the human nervous system. Some of the examples of neurocutaneous syndromes are tuberous sclerosis, Sturge-Weber syndrome, von Hippel-Lindau syndrome. Neurocutaneous markers are mainly café-au-lait spots, axillary freckling, adenoma sebaceum, and shagreen patches. Ashleaf macules and port wine stain. You can see that Ashleaf macules and café-au-lait spot, though look similar, are pretty different. Café-au-lait spots are mainly hyperpigmented patches, whereas Ashleaf macules are hypopigmented and mainly concentrated on the trunk. Neurofibromas and cutaneous telangiectasias. Neurofibromatosis is mainly of two distinct types, neurofibroma 1 and neurofibroma 2. Neurofibromatosis 1 is mainly coding for neurofibromin protein, whereas NF2 codes for Merlin protein. The mechanism behind the pathogenesis of neurofibromatosis 1 is that neurofibromin, being a tumor suppressor protein, it codes for GTPase, which then breaks the GTP into inactive GDP. Due to this deficiency of neurofibromin, there is an increase in GTP and upregulates the RAS pathway. This leads in uncontrolled cell division. There is autosomal dominant inheritance and 50% of the patient result from a new mutation. 100% of penetrance is seen, that is, individual with abnormal chromosome 17 will show the same clinical features. And another thing you can see is NF1 gene is located on chromosome 17. One interesting fact is that the name of the disease, von Reckling-Heusen, also consists of 17 alphabets. This is an interesting mnemonic. Coming to the manifestations of neurofibroma 1, it mainly consists of peripheral and spinal neurofibromas and also verrucous hyperplasia, which are nothing but thick and overgrown velvety soft skin, elephantiasis, dermatocele, optic glioma, and skeletal abnormalities, including cognitive defects like learning disability. Neurofibroma is a benign tumor. The cell composition is heterogeneous, mainly consisting of neoplastic Schwann cells mixed with perineural tissues and fibroblasts and mast cells. Least nodules, these are nothing but hematomas present on the iris. Osseous defects involving the orbit, these can result in pulsatile proptosis. S-shaped eyelid, these are due to the plexiform neurofibromas. Gliomas involving the optic nerve also can lead to defect in the vision or even loss of vision. Dermatological manifestation like café-au-lait spots. One interesting feature I would like to mention here that there are two types of café-au-lait spots. One is a rugged border café-au-lait spot, also called as coast of Maine, and other one is a smooth bordered one called as coast of California. Mainly in neurofibroma 1 we see this coast of California one, whereas this rugged border coast of Maine, it is mainly seen in the McCune-Albright syndrome. Skeletal defects like scoliosis, macrocephaly, and short stature, which lead to stenosis of the renal artery and stenosis of the intracranial arteries also. Coming to the diagnostic features of neurofibroma, these are met if two or more criteria are found. More than 6 café-au-lait spots with at least more than 15 mm in the greatest diameter in adults, 5 mm in children, neurofibroma of any type or one plexiform neurofibroma, axillary or inguinal freckling, least nodules, optic glioma, musculoskeletal lesions like scoliosis, sphenoid dysplasia, thinning of the cortex of long bones with or without pseudoarthrosis, and a very important criteria, that is first degree relative, parent, sibling or an offspring with neurofibroma 1. This shows the autosomal dominant involvement. There is as such no treatment available and individual symptoms have to be treated for it. The tumor should be removed from skin, brain or spine. Café-oiled spots can be removed if they are painful. Even chemotherapy or radiotherapy has been tried for malignant tumors. As we said, there is a very high penetrance with variable expressivity, and the most common cause of death are hypertension, spinal cord tumor, malignancy. Other complications involve epilepsy, hydrocephalus, cognitive defect, intracranial tumor, optic glioma, short stature, precocious puberty, hypothalamic dysfunction, renal artery stenosis and hypertension. As such, life expectancy tends to be at the lower end. Thank you.